KSL.com.
And welcome back. All month long on Money Monday, we're talking about insurance. And today it's all about insurance for your vehicles. Thanks to Jade Beckman, Vice President of Consumer Lending with Mountain America Credit Union, for joining us today. Okay, it's required by law to have insurance. So how do you know how much you need and what you're supposed to get?
Well, let's look at insurance for what it is, Cher. It's all about risk, right? And there's a cost benefit in there. I mean, I can cover every eventuality of risk, but I'm going to pay for that. So it's finding like where that medium is. The state's going to require you to have $15,000 in property coverage. Okay. Now, if I hit your $65,000 Mercedes, Shara, I might be a little bit short on that. Well, sure. But so most experts will recommend somewhere around $50,000 in property coverage and about $100,000 in bodily damage coverage. Now, if you have if your car's financed, your lender's going to require your vehicle to be covered also because that's their collateral. So things like collision and comprehensive are going to come into play in those cases too. Another thought too, if your car is financed, is to think about gap insurance. Now, if your car is totaled, insurance is going to pay what the value of the vehicle is, and that may not be enough to cover off than what you owe. Correct, and then that's where gap insurance comes in. And that's
down.
Right, and that's very affordable insurance, really just a few $100s.
Okay, what about a credit score? I hear that does impact your premium.
Right. Yeah, the short answer to that is it does.
I had no idea.
Right. You know, and we've talked a lot about in some of our other segments about the importance of your credit and why that matters. Well, here's just another reason why it's important to be responsible with your credit. It does impact your premiums.
Okay, with it being Monday, let's talk about what are some helpful tips when it comes to saving on your car insurance?
Okay, well, first I'd say the easiest question or the easiest answer to that is to shop around. It's never been easier than it is today to get multiple quotes in, you know, a matter of a few minutes. And it's a competitive industry, and usually if something's competitive, then it's good for consumers. That's going to lower premiums, make costs lower. Another thought is looking at combining your policies. If I have a couple of vehicles, maybe an RV, life insurance,
I didn't even think about that.
Right. Lots of times there's going to be discounts that an insurer is going to give you for combining your policies.
Good tip.
Look at other discounts too. You know, things like if your car has safety features on it, a lot of times there are discounts. Good grades. That's just one more reason that I can beat up my kids about having good grades. It's going to cost me less money.
Help me pay for the car insurance.
Exactly.
Okay, real quick, I have one question here. Which is best, a higher premium with a low deductible to save a few bucks a month, or a lower premium but a higher deductible?
That's a fantastic question, and there's not really a one right answer for it. But here's what I would say: if you've been able to save and have that emergency savings plan, we talked about that in some other cases. Usually, you want to have about 3 to 6 months of your salary in a savings account. If you've got that, you're probably better off to go with a higher deductible and lower premiums. If you don't have anything saved,
the opposite.
Exactly. Go the opposite way.
Where do we go for more information?
Well, you can always check out our website, macu.com, or come in and visit us.
All right, Jade Beckman from Mountain America Credit Union. Thank you so much for joining us and all the helpful tips. We appreciate it. Andrew, there you go. Some tips for Money Monday.